abracadabra. As I speak, so I create. And the ancients know this, and the most powerful manifestor know this secret, that you do not speak death over you. You do not speak things you do not want to manifest. Things like sarcasms to the mind, to the creative forces, it doesn't understand that. Okay, so stop being like, oh my god, I'm broke, ha ha ha. Okay, your creative power doesn't understand the ha ha ha, but it definitely understands I am broke. So while you're here spending so much time scripting, writing, affirming, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich, and then you out here, it's like, oh yeah, I am so broke. I am so broke. Money, but it's a problem. Like, you say these things and you speak it. But everything you say is an affirmation. You are affirming that. And especially, more importantly, when you put the I am in front of it. So when you know and you understand the secret to manifestation, it's actually watching what you say, right? That's why it says that the power of life or death is based on the tongue. I'm pretty sure there's a more eloquent way of saying that. But it's really in the tongue, like what you say. You're either speaking life, speaking creation, or you're speaking death. So this is why I'm very conscious about what I actually say. And over the years that I have been, diving, soaking, bathing into the world of manifestation, I begin to speak less. I begin to speak more carefully. And this is something that I share with some of my close, private clients, is that you need to speak less. You need to speak way less. A lot of people you meet, they have verbal diarrhea, right? A lot of people you speak, including yourself, honey, right? You just keep talking and you just keep going, and this and that and this and this and this. It's like finding peace, finding okayness in silence. Speak with intention. So this is something that I really love. I think it's from a Buddhist philosophy is, whatever you're speaking, is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? Okay? So if it's not meeting these criteria, maybe you shouldn't say that, right? You've probably heard of, if it's not a nice thing, you probably shouldn't say it, right? So a lot of these things, you have to understand that it will come back to you. But not only this, I want to take this further and share with you that the way that you speak about yourself, we understand it, the way you speak about yourself, it changes who you are. That's why affirmation works. That's the basis of affirmation, is you program and you override the current programming by speaking words over you, you becoming that, right? You're rewiring your subconscious. But did you know that it works the same with other people in like your life? Right? So if you keep on saying things like, oh, the world is a terrible place. Oh, it's so dangerous out here. Yeah, it's just, not very nice every time I'm in Vietnam, or, oh, Korea is like this. Like the more you speak like that, that's going to be your experience, because you are literally coding and programming in and telling the universe that, oh, yeah, this is what I want my experience to be. Because the universe can only take what you program and like output it, right? So when it comes to people, this is the secret. A lot of people ask me, Tina, can I change someone? How can I, how can I experience something different with my partner if I want him to be like this? How can I have the power to change someone? And it's true, you can, because every one of us, we have so many different versions. Like, you are watching this and you're attracting a certain version of me right now, but there's so many different versions of me, and there's so many versions of you, and there's so many versions of your partner and your friends and whoever it is. But the way that you choose to look at something, it changes the thing. And this has been proven scientifically in quantum physics. The more the how you observe something, it changes that thing. So how the way you look and the way you speak about and the way you describe or talk about, or think about the person, it changes them. So actually, when I was going through a period when I was healing my relationship with my family, notably my mom and my dad, I really began to look at them differently, right? So first I have to be able to change my perspective. It's like, okay, so I had this narrative that, oh yeah, they are the big bad wolf. They never understand what I do. They just stuck in their ways or whatever it is, right? And then I had to change the way that I look. I'm like, okay, what if I can use my imagination, because that's your power of creation. What if I use my imagination to create a different version of my mom? So just playing, right? It's like, what if, how would the version of her that loves me and accepts me and embraces me and supports my dreams, how would it look like? What would she be saying? How would I feel? So I start playing with this version of her in my head, right? And then I stopped saying and telling my friends, oh, my mom never gets what I'm doing or whatever, right? It's like, instead of keep on saying that, I started not to talk about it. Like, I don't talk about my mom in that way. I don't even talk about her. I just and when I do, I focus on how, yeah, she's very supportive of this. So maybe she's not supportive of everything that I do, but I focus on the things that she is supportive of, so that what I'm doing here is that I'm speaking that she is a supportive mom. She's a supportive person. And over time, actually, it changes her as a being, it changes her as a person. So right now, my relationship with my parents, with my mom, it's just as great as ever. And she's so supportive in everything that I do. And she never questions. And I can tell you that it wasn't always this way, right? But when I was going through the healing, and the healing, really is looking at things differently, right? Having a different perspective and allowing the person to step up to be that version of them. Because there's so many versions of people, but as you shift, you can ask, okay, the person energetically to step up and attract that version of them into your life. So I've seen this a lot with my close friends and family in my world, and I wanted to think about it in your personal life. Where is it that you've gone through spiritual awakening, when you have had aha moments, acquire more wisdom, becoming more conscious, and then your world changes, right? It's like the friend that you had that, never cared about spirituality and thought tarot cards were of the devil or whatever. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, did you hear about this oracle card deck? Right? Or like, oh, do you know about the power of citrine? You're like, oh my god, they talk about citrine right now? That's crazy, right? Or maybe your parents who are like super like unconscious in your opinion, right? That's your judgment of them. But all of a sudden you find out meditating and you're like, is that my mom meditating? Right? Have you ever experienced something like that? Let me know down below. Because that's exactly what happened with my parents. Like, I thought they were like the most like, non-spiritual people in the world. Like, seriously, I thought it was crazy when I was going down this path. But like, here they are, they have a meditation room. They have, I don't want a meditation room. They have a meditation room. They have meditation pillows, right? And they going to all these like Buddhist temples. That's their way of practicing spirituality or religion, right? It's like, I'm shocked. You know what I mean? But the thing is, in a way, I'm not, because I was calling in that version of them that would understand spirituality, would understand what I'm doing, would understand my path. So you see, the way you look at something, the way you speak over someone, about your life, your world. Oh, the US is like this, the Texas is like this, China is like this, or Vietnam is like this, like whatever it is that you speak over, you are programming it to be more real. So unless you want that to be, don't affirm it. Everything you say is an affirmation. Okay, so watch your words, speak less, think before you speak, okay, and ask yourself, is it true, is it kind? Is it necessary? But I'll add one more for you. Is that what I want to see in my reality? Okay? Let me know what are some of the sentences that you notice you'll be saying. that you're gonna stop, okay? Even joking. Let me know down below, and I will be making more videos for you. Subscribe for more, honey. Hit the bell so you get notified, and like the button to send some love this way. I love you. This is Tina Wong, and I'll see you on the next one.